think it was well documented in some of the early videos that 90% of my riding was done indoors, and I think that did cause me issues and problems. Didn't know that until maybe 2 years later, 2 years too late. So now I'm really only using it when the weather turns either really cold or really sketchy outside with sort of ice and things. So I'm trying to do the minimum I can now on indoor training, particularly the bike, even though I still think it's a great tool when you're doing intervals, high wattage sessions, because I think it's, unless you've got a big hill somewhere that you can do that, it's quite difficult just to do out on the road. So that's my next thing to learn, is when and where to do the higher interval sessions, the longer interval sessions. It's something that I've got to, can do the longer rides now, the shorter rides, the hill rides, whatever, but I just need to be able to do a session outside. I think that's the difference nowadays, is trying to do the sessions. I'll learn to do the sessions outside, but yeah, up until maybe 10 days ago, that was the first sessions I've done all year inside. The treadmill, again, I'm trying to use that in the same way, trying to get a lot of my runs out and about. Thing is, there's not many trails sort of around here, sort of where you can do interval sessions, so that makes it a little bit difficult. So you're always having to do on the harder concrete. I do find that takes it out of my legs a lot more. Even my long runs where I'm doing them now, that seems to be a lot more sort of hurt, sort of leg fatigue comes in. Whereas if I did that the same workout on the treadmill, you know, I'm getting the same sort of benefit, but I'm not getting the fatigue in my legs. So it is a sort of fine line with going out and running. I just wish we had sort of more level trails, softer ground where you could do the dirt road type things, but we ain't got many round here, and the ones that we have are very sketchy and quite a lot of hills in there. So, but yeah, I do a lot of my hill sessions outside, do long runs outside, tend to do the interval sessions at the moment indoors, but again we will start to go to track, and you know, when weather improves a little bit. Choice of bike, I mean, again, I have done this year, but I haven't put, because I had the TT bike back and I'm looking to get a new TT bike, so I really want to use that one when I'm going to be getting a new TT bike early January. When I do get that, that'll be straight on the turbo and start getting some sessions in, which is going to be the World in Ibiza, even though I'll probably race the both standard and sprint. But again, most of the big races, the English champs, the British champs, they're all on the TT bike. But the sort of Europeans and the world, it will be focused on the sprint, I think. Unless I suddenly come out and knock, big power on this new bike, and maybe the focus might change a little bit, we'll see. The schedule's sort of coming together now. We're in Lanzarote for 2 and a bit weeks, back into January, then come back February, build up to the English champs, which is in early March. 2 weeks later it's the Europeans in Venice, so we'll sort of so I'm not looking any further than that at the moment, but that's the early part of the season. I think I really need to sit down and maybe when we were in Lanza discuss the priorities and the targets for them sort of early races, because I still want the big aim of the year is the World Championships in Ibiza. So it depends how we really sort of focus our efforts. Do we train through the English champs? Do we train through the Europeans? Don't have a rest. Yes. So yeah, that's my sort of view, that's what we do, with the focus being in end of April, beginning of May in Ibiza.